Hello and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play World of Warcraft Storytime. Ladies and gentlemen, we have nearly finished the War of the Ancients, and next episode, I think, will be the last one where we need to discuss the events of 10,000 years ago. So let's complete those quests here and see where they take us. Dark Cleric Manel. Ah, what are we here? Fascinating. Quite fascinating. Oh, we're level 34. Nice. Shadra must be summoned, for certain. To allow an opportunity like this to pass us by would be foolish. While the apothecaries can make fine use of the god's venom, they are relatively inexperienced in ritual magic. Fortunately, I'm quite familiar with preparing dark convocations. You will bring the scattered parts of Shadra to me, and I will help you bring her to this plane to be taken out. The first part is the Eye of Shadra, guarded in Agolvatha to the north. Okay. The battle for Andorhal. I just received the most curious Curious indeed. The city of Andorhal is in the middle of a three-way war between the Forsaken, the Alliance, and the Scourge. It sounds like Sylvanas has made her move, and to make matters interesting, she's put Kultira Deathweaver, the Death Knight, in command. I've asked for you by name, Mirianko. Speak with Callan Kuhn, the Bat Handler. He'll put you on the first bat out to Andorhal. Okay, we will get to Andorhal later. Right now, we're going to complete those last storyline quests here. Manel has been pestering me about this Chandra plot for days. I'm almost upset he actually found the tablet. He was ready to I was ready for him to shut up about it. Despite his high talk of ritual magic, he's still going to need my help, as much as I need his. I've got to whip up a base medium with similar... You know what? I'm not going to bother rambling about the details. Just bring me the Shadra spawn eggs from Agolvatha. There should be quite a few, guarded by the wild range Jolts. So we're going to Agolvatha. That's actually not quite the north. North would be here. See? There. That's north. Not there. That's more like northeast. And why didn't I run? Okay. So, War of the Ancients, there are a few things we need to discuss, because there's something going on three fronts here. We have the host, the defenders, where I told you about Malorn and stuff. Then we got the palace, where we have Tyrande, and we've got also a little bit of Illidan right now. So what happened? We were at the battle, and Malorn died. The dragons, they intervened, and now we've got a Night Elven host consisting of dwarves and Tauren and stuff, and we've got the dragons on the one side. Then we get Archimonde and Archimonde and the demons on the other side, and in the palace we have Manaroth and a still captured Tyrande Whisperwind. So, of course, there is something happening, as is always. The portal is strengthened by the demon soul, which was brought to the demons by Malfurion's brother Illidan. So right now, they're trying to get Sargeras into this world, which is not an easy task. So they use the Dragon Soul as a kind of conductor, and that's pretty much what they're trying to do. But, of course, Illidan wants to use the Demon Soul to bring back to bring those demons back to the Nether. He wants to reverse the portal to suck all of them back in and be done with them, which would be nice. Cool idea, I think. But the Lord of the Legion isn't so trusting. Manoroth and Illidan, they fight for control over the Demon Soul, where Zagreus, or Captain Varothan, is the foremost. He decides that the honor of choosing who should take the Demon Soul to fulfill Zagreus' wishes should be Zagreus. So Zagreus, he decides that he would use the Demon Soul, which is kind of odd because Zagreus isn't a part of this world, he isn't even there yet, but Zagreus says this could be done, and the party of the Night Elven and the demons, they venture to the shores of the Lake of Eternity. But something else, of course, is going on in the palace, because we got Tyrande Whisperwind and we've got some of the Highborn who are not quite so fond of their new master Zagreus, led by Dathrema Sunstrider. You may have heard the name if you've quested as a Blood Elf, because there's a shrine of Dathrema Sunstrider in the Eversong Woods, which speaks of his deeds. So he converses with Tyrande sometimes, and when the demons and the Night Elves, when they venture to the well, he sees his time come to strike to free the High Priestess of Elune. But now let's see what those two have to say to us. I hope you brought enough. Good, good. Just put them over there. I've got my hands full. So we get Mega. Nice. The spiders infesting the creeping ruin to the east are useless. We're calling them Shadra spawn now. It's clear they're related to the spider god, but that doesn't change the fact that they're more trouble than they're worth. I'd much rather just wipe the little pests out. When you head to the creeping ruin, destroy any cocoons you find. They feed off the bodies inside for days, so depriving them of their meal will be much more effective than trying to squash them all.
Beware the living. What is
If the tablet was a ruse, I will not be pleased. Did you find the eye? I am pleased, Eryanko. That was quicker than I expected. We'll need the Fang of Shadra next. It's kept in the creeping ruins to the east, guarded by Shadra's own spawn. Their venom is strong, Eryanko. Don't get careless. No, we won't. We won't. So the Fang of Shadra and some cocoons need to be taken care of. And I think there are only 2 quests or 3 quests left in this zone. And we only need 2 for the achievement, which is nice. Nice! So, Dathrema and his fellow Highborn, not all of them, say, just a few of them, they free Tyrande from her shackles and ride out to try to escape. And yeah, of course the portal is opened by the sheer might of Zagreus and the Demon Soul. So now he has a strengthened portal which uses all of the might of the Well of Eternity and the Demon Soul. So the time is getting close. There isn't much time left. They need to hurry up to thwart the Legion's plans, or else they will suffer and Kalimdor will be lost, which is not nice. Really not nice. So some of those dedicated few, like Broxigar and Furion, Crassus, Ronan, they make their way to Zin Ashari to make the portal collapse. But of course they can't simply ride there, so they need the help of the dragons. And of course someone is helping them. Isera, she says, for all that Melfurion did for Cenarius and Melorn, she would be honored to be his mount. So he rides on Isera, she of the Dreaming. Crassus, of course, he takes his beloved as a mount. Alexstrasza is the one who is ridden by the name. I really forgot the name for a moment. Alexstrasza. Crassus. Alexstrasza is written by Crassus. So, and yeah, Roxigar and Jonin. There too. I don't think there's much to be said about those two. I don't quite recall if there was a name involved with the mounts of those two, but Chromie, of course, is with them. So the three heads of the Dragonflights for now, because Chromie is only there as the head of the Dragonflight because Nosdormu can't be found. So those three heads, they try to get to the Well of Eternity, to Zin Ashari. So, of course, those Highborn missing, that's pretty much what anyone would notice, such a huge contingent of Highborn to be missing. But what happened there on their flight, we need to discuss after we turn in the quest. Now we've got a win-win situation. The spiders are going to either starve off or find some dwarves and elves to replenish their larder, since my colleagues and I would make a poor meal. Okay. I got the fang. There it is. Only one left. We've one last part to collect, and then we'll have everything we need. The shell of Shadra is held by the spider god's last living high priestess, Kyaga, the keeper. She stands atop the altar of Zul, guarded by other fanatical zealots. Simple enough, no? Get up the steps of the altar and send her head rolling back down them. Bring the shell to me, and we'll have Shadra at last. Okay. So the... there? Shouldn't we get there? Okay. Yeah. There is, of course, now the problem that we need to get the shell of Shadra from High Priestess. So, kind of... I think she's a lower, so... I don't know how we can beat a lower. They should be pretty fucking strong. But I think if we summon her to the mortal plane, there's some shenanigans we can pull to weaken her before really getting her to full strength and stuff. I don't know. Really, I don't. But it should be easy or simple enough to at least get the hull or the shell. And let's see what our little Forsaken friend can make of this. Yeah. The flight of the Highborn from Zin Ashari, they of course were noticed by some of the demons, so they needed to fight, and some of them made a pretty good job in holding off those demons, but some of them of course died. You can't expect to flee from a place like Zin Ashari and not lose someone along the way. So they needed to ride on and ride fast. They pledged to run the support because a High Priestess of Elune would be a pretty damn well reason to person to convince the Night Elven host to take in the High Elven refugees or Highborn refugees. So this is kind of a thing. Pretty damn good thing. But of course, something happens, and there are some Doomguard swooping down on the Highborn sorceress. Some of them die horribly. Others swept away, and they simply scream and drop and die. So when Tyrande is snatched by one of those things, she fears for her life. She fears for everything she fought for. And she prays to Elune. So of course when the Doomguard drops her, she gets surrounded by the holy light of the Mother Moon and pretty much takes no fall damage. It's pretty much cheating or slow fall, but yeah, priests can levitate. I know I play one, so I know the spell. So let's see what Dark Cleric Marnell has to say. Do you have it? Yes. It's finally time. Shadra will be ours. Let's see, we get an axe. Strength and stamina. That's nice. Oh, it's one hand. No, it's two hands. It's two hands. It's two. Okay. Okay. The idol is prepared, Rianko. I trust that you are as well. You will go southwest to Shadra al-Dor, ahead of us, with the idol. You will need to use the idol at each of the 3 temples. When you do that, Shadra will be summoned to this realm. The Death Stalkers and I will be along shortly to subdue and harvest her body. Speak with the lookout. I've sent ahead once you've performed the ritual and await my arrival.
Beware.
Okay, so let's see. Let's see what happens at this story. I really don't remember. I think I even did never do this quest line. Sadly. So, Tyrande is saved by the Mother Moon, but the Highborn, they needed to ride on because they feared for Tyrande's death, and Wildhammer Lookout. Okay. And that is, of course, something they wouldn't want, and they wouldn't want to die themselves. So, they... Oh, did I get another glyph? No, level 50. Okay. And, yeah. What was I going to say? They rode on, and they were surrounded by thick mist, so they didn't see Tyrande being rescued by the Mother Moon. But someone did. And this certain someone was Illidan. He came out there to perform some spell work to, rid the world of the demons, now that his chance with the demon soul are pretty much smothered. So that's a problem in his plan. But as we know, Illidan, he always finds a way to circumvent certain defeat, except by Arthur's, of course, and which is, it's kind of a problem now. Because he rescued Tyrande, but Tyrande, she does not recognize Illidan. He has been, changed by the demon's power. His eyes burned out, the tattoos all over his body. She fears for her childhood friend to be consumed by demon magic. And his arrogance nearly leads to the destruction of all. Because he pours a vial of the Well of Eternity over him so that his magic may be strengthened. But the old gods, of course, they meddle with his spell. And his spell, instead of reverting the portal, sucking in all the demons, there's something else that's not quite well. Because now his magic, it strengthens the portal. Now Sagaras has mere minutes left before entering this world. Because that's, of course, what the old gods want. They want Sagaras to enter. They want to be free at last. And they nearly have their wish. So let's see what this quest turns out. That's a story. Marnell draws close, and Shadra even closer. Prepare for bloodshed. The ground rumbles as the idol sits on the altar, and the lake below roils. Shadra is emerging. Okay. Shadra slain. Well, oh! That's a pretty fucking huge spider. Really fucking huge. I mean, just look at her. She looks like Max now or something from Nexramas. I think it's the same model. Woo! I've slain Shadra. And I've got a little bit of a camera bug. Yeah, no. So, I need to get back to, I think here, I can use my Hearthstone. I think that's 2 seconds faster than riding there myself. Yay! So come on. Let's see what the last quest here has to tell us, or tells us. Excellently done. You've served the Dark Lady well today, Rienko. This virulent blood will supply our armies with all manner of powerful weapons against the disgusting alliance. We will whip them from these lands. For the Horde, of course. And all thanks to you. Nice, a new helmet. So, let's fly to Andorhal. Shouldn't take too long. Andorhal is right around the corner. And yeah, pretty damn good story in the hinterlands. At least the troll stories here are pretty good. The stories around here at Raventask Village, I really don't like them all too much. They were shittier back in the day. Now they're a little bit reworked. Some of those quests are still there. And oh my fucking god. There's so much pets I didn't catch. The fuck? Really need to catch those. Really need to. Because here there are few. Westfall chicken. A bat. Okay, Westfall chickens. Quest? I did all those quests. Zone Westfall. So that's not here. That's in Westfall. Okay. So Westfall is down here. Or not. That's Westfall there. There. Yeah. I really need to do this quest sometime in the future. But for now, yeah. Our time is up. The story of the War of the Ancients is nearly done. Next episode we will see to its conclusion, and hopefully then we can move on to not more interesting stuff, because I pretty much like the War of the Ancients, but to something that is a little bit more, yeah, recent in history. Let's say recent. So, see you again in the next episode, and TTFN, ta-ta for now!